Hello everyone, this is Frugal Panda here with an unboxing of the Zenroll C1 Pro e-bike. This is a foldable electric bike. It has a 500 watt brushless motor. I believe the peak power on it is 750, removable, 48 volt, 10.4 amp hour lithium-ion battery. They claim it'll go 25 miles an hour on throttle mode only. So on throttle, it's supposed to go 25 miles an hour, and in pedal assist mode, 28 miles an hour. They also claim on this bike that it will do 20 to 25 miles in throttle mode only and 40 to 50 miles in pedal assist mode. I'm guessing that's probably the lowest pedal assist mode. It has a Shimano 7-speed and 3 levels of pedal assist, 4-inch puncture resistant fat tires, 4 to 5 hours of charge time, and this bike weighs, I'm guessing, between 55 and low 60s. When I pulled it out, it seemed like a really light bike. The bike came from Amazon. I ordered it from Amazon. There'll be a link in the description if you're interested in this bike. The total cost for this bike for me on Black Friday, and they're still running the deal, was $700. So it cost $700 with free shipping, and the bike actually took no more than 3 to 4 days to get here, actually. Like I said before, the bike was well packaged. I was prepared to put it together because it kept saying that it was 85% put together. But honestly, it came basically the same way as my Lectric XP came and most folding bikes I've had. The only thing that was really needed to be put on was the pedals and the actual seat itself and the handlebar stem, which they all popped right in place. It came with a tool bag, reflectors for the wheels to put in there, which I will not be putting them in because all they do is rattle when you put them on these bikes. I'll use reflective tape instead. Both of the pedals are labeled left and right. So it came with everything you need, and of course a user manual was in there too. So that was cool. It had everything. So like I said, I was prepared to put all this stuff together, and really it didn't. It took me the longest time is really snapping everything, all the zip ties off of it. It came with a standard battery charger, nothing fancy about it. It was just a battery charger, and a little manual was in there, or basically telling you how to take care of your charger and your battery. As I said before, it has a 48 volt, 10.4 lithium-ion battery, which is pretty cookie cutter. I'm willing to bet this actual battery would fit right in an Lectric XP and vice versa. The difference is Lectric XP is probably charging you an extra $100 for this Chinese battery. Of course, when I got it, I was a little leery of it because it's like, well, let's check it out. Let's see. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. This was bought out of my own money and from commissions from people actually buying things through Amazon. So thank you very much. Wire cutters made it much easier to cut these zip ties and get this done really quick. What I noticed with this bike, there was no damage to it. Most of the electric products I've gotten, there's been some damage or there's been rust. My Lectric X Premium, I can tell that the bike actually came right off a boat because it had saltwater damage. And how you can always tell on those bikes, it shows around the steel parts, such as the screws. All the screws were rusted on it, which means it spent time on a boat out at sea. This bike clearly came from likely a warehouse in Long Beach, somewhere on the West Coast, either LA or Long Beach, especially how quick it got here from the time I ordered it. It was so fast, I had to make sure I was home because, you know, porch pirates and all that stuff. I'm not leaving an e-bike sitting outside my house. Now, with that being said, the quality of the bike, the build quality, what I saw initially from it was excellent. The bike's build quality was definitely on that of the Lectric XP 1.0 I had. Now, this bike is $700, so what it did not have on it was fenders and the rear rack, which also cut down on the weight. I hate those steel fenders. I have them on the Lectric X Premium. I had them on the Lectric 1.0. All they do is rattle. You tighten them, they rattle. There's not really a lot of room between them, so stuff will get stuck in between that and the tire. They're just rattly pieces of junk, to be honest with you. When I do put some type of fenders on it or half fenders, they will definitely more than likely be plastic because there's just more things to rattle on these bikes. And let's be honest, this bike, the Zenroll C1 Pro, the Lectric XP, even the Lectric X Premium, they are all Chinese bikes. Some people think that it's made in Phoenix. No, they're not. They come straight from China. It's an American middleman that owns the company, has them design them, but it's pretty cookie cutter. Once I got it out of the box, it's self-explanatory. There was nothing to it to put this bike together. It takes literally a few minutes to put this bike together. You're not putting on tires. You're not doing any of that. As you can see, I put the handlebar stem on. It was pretty simple. And it works exactly the same as the Rad Mini and the Lectric XP. The only difference is the locking mechanism on these different bikes. It's usually a lot of times got a little bit of differences. This one has a twist around metal lock that clips in place to make sure it doesn't pop out, and that piece is made of metal that slides around it. So that's cool. It may look plastic, but it's not. It's actually metal. So when you lock it in place, you slide that around, and right there, you got a latch to make sure it does not pop out. So that's a really cool thing right there. To open it, this is not the way you opened it. I just did it for the camera, so you just wouldn't be looking at my back, but you would actually get on the other side and lift up on it and pull it. I wouldn't actually do it from this side more than likely. I'd probably do it from the other side myself. That's how I usually do it. You lock it in place, just like an Lectric XP. Just like my Rad Mini, just like the Lectric X Premium, the only difference on this one, the locking mechanism is different. So once you close it like that, you latch it right there, and then that's a metal piece too. It slides down, the little latch to keep it from popping open. So it feels pretty sturdy. The seat on it is pretty soft. It's about as soft I would compare it to the Lectric XP and Lectric X Premium and how soft the seat is. And which they do make a little bit better seat than actually was on my Rad Power products, exception of the Rad Runner, which has a soft seat. So the seat was adequate. So, and I still have my Lectric XP and X Premium seats if I wanted to switch them out, but I think this is about the same seat. Putting the pedals on, they're both labeled left and right, so you can't mix them up. Take your time. One goes clockwise when you tighten it on, and one goes counterclockwise. I believe it's the left side that's counterclockwise. You'll know when you actually do it. I used all of their tools to actually put it together. Like I said, there was not much to put together. One button to turn on the headlight, and the headlight's a pretty regular headlight. I put it on the quality of the Lectric XP, probably my Lectric X Premium. This battery was the most important thing. This is a cookie cutter battery. You probably find it's an Lectric XP. The difference is you can find it for $169. Links will be in the description, but I will be riding this bike and giving you my full review of this bike, but my first thoughts of this bike is the quality is actually on the level of Lectric XP, and I was really satisfied for it. Difference is this was $700, so it was cheaper than an Lectric XP Lite, but had more speeds, more powerful, bigger battery. Thanks for watching, everyone.